Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are going to tackle planning that perfect romantic winter trip. You know, the kind that's actually about connecting and relaxing. We'll get into how to pick a getaway that feels special, not just, well, exhausting.
You know, it's a question that pops up all the time, right? Especially with Valentine's Day just around the corner. You want to get away, but wow, the options can be a little much. It's not just about throwing a dart at a map. It's about finding a place that really, truly feels right for you.
All right, so here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with that classic getaway dilemma. Then we'll get to the most important question you can ask. After that, we'll look at two totally different styles of romance. And finally, we'll even talk about redefining Valentine's for anyone flying solo. Okay, let's jump right in. You see, the real problem isn't that there's nowhere to go. It's the opposite. There's so much travel hype out there, and the trick is cutting through all that noise to find what's genuinely right for you. It's all about planning a trip that feels special without leaving you needing a vacation from your vacation.
And you know what? The best trips, they almost always start with a really simple conversation. Maybe you're sitting with your coffee, debating between two totally different places. Let's say Halifax versus Cape Breton. Geographically, they're not that far apart, but they offer completely different vibes, don't they? One's a lively, historic port city. The other is this rugged, windswept natural escape. And that's where the real choice begins.
And here's the thing that's really interesting. The perfect destination? It has everything to do with the kind of romance you're actually looking for in this moment. It's not about which place is better. It's about which place fits your style as a couple right now.
So, this is the big question. What are you really in the mood for? Are you craving that walkable and social vibe, full of energy, amazing food and music? Or are you dreaming of a quiet and scenic escape, where the peaceful, dramatic beauty of nature does all the talking? I'm telling you, if you answer this one question honestly, everything else just kind of falls into place. And these pictures? They illustrate that choice perfectly. I mean, look at this. On one side, you've got the historic, snow-dusted streets of old Quebec City, just perfect for strolling hand in hand past all those charming little bistros. And on the other, the epic, almost silent grandeur of Banff, where the mountains themselves feel like they're holding their breath. Both are absolutely incredible, but they speak to completely different moods.
All right, so let's dig into that first style, urban charm. We're talking about Canada's most walkable, most romantic cities. Places where everything you could possibly want for a fantastic evening is just a short, crisp walk away.
Think about a city like Montreal. It doesn't just put up with winter, it totally embraces it. The cold isn't something you hide from, it's an excuse to bundle up and gather under the beautiful lights in old Montreal or duck into a cozy little cafe. That whole vibe creates this intimate, almost European feel, without the long flight, which is a huge plus. This style is absolutely perfect if your travel motto is something like, I want my legs to be tired from walking, not from sitting in a car. It's really about being right in the middle of everything. Amazing food, culture, energy, and having the freedom to just explore at your own pace. And then you have places like Niagara-on-the-Lake. This is what I'd call romance with a bit of structure. It's so easy, it's so charming. You can spend the day at some world-class wineries, maybe see a show, have a fabulous dinner, and then end the night right here, at a classic, cozy bar. Everything just flows together so perfectly. Okay, quick practical tip here for any Canadian winter trip, and this is a big one. Dress in layers. A warm base layer, a good coat, and waterproof boots with really good grip are non-negotiable. Seriously, being warm and comfortable will keep that romantic mood going way longer than shivering in an outfit that's stylish, but just not practical. Okay, so now let's flip the script and look at the other side of the coin, the quiet retreat. These are the getaways for couples who just want to unplug from it all, where nature itself is the star of the show. This quote, it just says it all, doesn't it? I want quiet and a view. It's not about a schedule packed with activities. It's about finding that deep sense of stillness, soaking in a spectacular view, and just being together, without all the noise of everyday life. Places like Banff or Lake Louise or the Cape Breton Highlands, they offer what I like to call cinematic romance. The landscape is just so dramatic, it honestly feels like you've walked onto a movie set. The days? Maybe you'll go snowshoeing through a silent forest or skate on a frozen lake. But honestly, the main event is often the view right from your window. The perfect evening could just be a glass of wine by a crackling fire, watching the snow blanket the mountains. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, this is slow travel at its absolute best. It's about enjoying those long, quiet mornings and taking short, scenic drives with a real purpose. The evenings just naturally slow down, and a lot of the time, the loudest sound you'll hear is the wind in the trees. It's a chance to really, truly disconnect from the world and reconnect with each other.
This little chart really hammers the point home, using 2 classic Ontario getaways. Think about it. What matters most to you right now? If the answer is a walkable town, great wine, and some culture, well, Niagara-on-the-Lake is a no-brainer. But if what you're really chasing is absolute quiet, cozy firesides, and just the stillness of nature, then Muskoka is where you want to be. See, when you know your priorities, the choice becomes so much easier.
But, what if you're traveling solo? Valentine's Day doesn't have to be just for romantic couples, not at all. So let's explore some really fulfilling, uplifting ideas for anyone who might be celebrating on their own.
For a lot of people, the holiday can feel a little isolating. But what if we reframed it? It can be a fantastic opportunity to make it a day for you. A day that's all about wellness, community, and connecting with friends, family, or even just your own passions.
The key, really, is to plan a day that genuinely feels good to you, without any outside pressure. Maybe that's the morning yoga class you absolutely love, or spending an afternoon just lost in an art gallery. Or maybe it's treating yourself to lunch at a comfy hotel bar where you can just sit and read. It's all about treating yourself with intention and a little bit of kindness.
And there are so many wonderful options right across the country. From a beautiful walk along the seawall in Vancouver to catching some live afternoon music in a Halifax pub, these are all activities that are really about friendship, community, and just plain personal enjoyment.
And that really brings us full circle, back to the main idea. Whether you're with a partner or flying solo, the most successful and honestly the most romantic choice you can make is just picking the place and the plan that lets you be, well, yourselves.
Because at the end of the day, a getaway is so much more than just a spot on a map. It's an experience. It's the backdrop for a conversation. So the real question to ask yourself before you book anything is, what conversation do you want to have next?